the soul in your heart. I use my whole soul and my heart for this art. Ain't no limit, my message.
This is Melo-X, the God, Mustafa, and you're tuning into thisisrealmusic.com.
And cries, but you don't hear me though. And I don't even rap no more. I'm singing on tracks, I don't rap no more. I produce hits, I don't rap no more. Taking flicks of your chick, I don't rap no more. I DJ, I don't rap no more. Listen to yourself, I don't rap no more. If you stupid motherfucker, I don't rap.
So this is realmusic.com in the streets of New York with Melo-X.
What up, what up, what up?
And we gonna kick it with him for a minute.
Yeah.
MC, producer, DJ,
yes.
promoter.
Yes.
So let's just take it back. How did you get into music?
I got into music at a young age. I started with poetry. I used to write poetry. I used to take like little nursery rhymes and I used to spit them like they were raps. And I just started making my own nursery rhymes and then started writing like my own rhymes, my own songs, and just like playing with little toy pianos my mother would buy me and fake drums. I just always had a love for music, so it just gradually, multiplied to what it is now.
So yeah, what's some of your influences that you had?
I had a lot of influences growing up. One of my biggest influences, Nas, of course, in hip hop. Also, like Nirvana, artists like that. When I started to listen, as a young kid, when I got MTV, started listening to new music, and I started trying to learn how to play new, different music. So a lot of that inspired me also. And Biggie Smalls, Jay-Z, all the greats inspired me. And right now, a lot of my inspiration comes from my fellow artists, Mickey Fax, Theophilus London, Nicki and Two, Marty McFly, like a lot of people who I work with or who I'm cool with or who I just know of, Kid Cudi, Charles Hamilton, all those people, like they all influence me right now.
When I first heard some of your stuff with the Nicki and Two,
yeah,
Breaking Star Boys remix.
Yeah.
How would you describe your style as a producer?
My style as a producer is like, I don't know, man. I could go everywhere with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, since I listen to so much different music and have been influenced by so much different music, whatever mood I'm in, I try to capture it with whatever sound. If it's R&B, then I'll try to make it that. If it's house, I'll make house. If it's rock, I'll like work on some rock shit. If it's experimental, glitch, hip hop shit, I'll make that. Like with Nicki and Two, when we got together to work, we would sit down, she'd tell me about a dream she had or something, and we'd listen to other music that she was listening to for the week, and then we would just create. And like with Jesse Boyk and shit, I love the song Tabloids, and I was like, yo, if I sped that shit up and added some house joint to it, it'd be crazy. So I just did it for fun and then kept working on it and ended up being ill. So my production style was like everywhere. Like I could do anything. It's just a form of my expression, another form of my art,
So are you a producer first, MC second, or vice versa, or one of them cats that's just an artist?
Well, I mean, I'd like to consider myself just, the artist, but I started MCing first. Like everything comes from MCing. I started making beats because I didn't know who to go to make beats, and I didn't want anybody making me beats. I wanted to make my own beats. And then DJing came from, I was collecting equipment to start producing. So I got 2 turntables and I was like, yo, I might as well know how to DJ. And I had an older friend who was a DJ, so I was like, yo, teach me how to DJ. And I learned how to DJ. So everything stems from me being an MC, but right now, like, I'm definitely an artist, I would say. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try to incorporate everything. Even on stage, I try to do the production, DJing, like, try to incorporate everything in what I do.
Speaking of your stage performance,
yeah.
We just got a taste of it earlier.
Yeah.
What do you do to get ready for a show?
I drink wine. Drink wine and get loose because I'm nervous. I hate the moment right before I get on stage. I hate all of that waiting, being in the venue, seeing everybody waiting for you to perform, watch everybody stand there like, okay, when you're gonna perform? Like, I hate all of that. I just like to be on stage. So usually I drink some wine and just chill, do some like vocal exercise or whatever, and then jump right on stage and just black out, make it happen.
Cool. All right, let's get into the grid. Mustafa's Renaissance.
Yeah.
What made you go there? What inspired this project?
Mustafa's Renaissance, I did an album like in 2003 or so when I was young, man, and it was called Educated Retro. I had like some old school influences, like before it got like real crazy where everybody doing like old school shit. Like I was doing it in high school, doing like old school music and old school boom bap beats and shit. And from there, I was working on music for all the years until 2008. So it was basically like people were like, oh, you don't rap anymore, you don't do that shit no more. And being around certain people, like seeing Charles blow up, seeing Kid Cudi blow up, DJing for Mickey Fax, seeing him blowing up, DJing for Theophilus, he's blowing up. I'm like, yo, and everybody around me like, yo, this shit is ill, man, do something. I'm like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I just felt at the moment like, yo, you know what, let me put together a project. And I just slowly began to write and produce and create the whole project. The whole project is like a look into my mind as a renaissance man, like doing the production, mixing, mastering, you know, putting it out on a website, DJing, all that. It's like that's what it is. Basically just shows me. Like the cover for the album, it has everything that I do, you know, magazines, records, drum machines, everything. So yeah.
Speaking of not rapping, the track I Don't Rap.
Yeah.
Besides the obvious title, were you delivering a deeper message?
Well, I mean, the main message in that was like, that track actually summed up the idea of Mustafa's Renaissance, because it was like, the chorus was like, I don't rap no more. I'm singing on tracks. I don't rap no more. I produce hits. I don't rap no more. Taking flicks of your chick. I don't rap no more. I DJ. I don't rap no more. Like, it was basically I was stating everything I do besides rap, and those were the reasons why people were saying that I don't rap anymore, because I wanted to do all these other things, but they didn't know the idea is that I wanted to be in control of my whole being. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to control every aspect and really make it as solid and as good as possible. I felt like if it's in my hands, then I could trust it the most. So I wanted to produce it, mix it. I wanted to take the photos. I wanted to DJ and do all these things just to make it come together. So that's like the deeper meaning in the track.
Nice.
Yeah. Besides all the rapper buffoonery, I would say, you know, all the metaphors and shit.
Okay. Boom Clap, I Don't Rap, Just Me, Treat It Right. Just to name a few of the songs you got on there that are pretty radio friendly and album worthy.
Yeah.
Are there any plans for EP or LP coming?
I'm working on my album for next year. So I'm like, I want to make sure that when the album comes out, it's official, it's on a label, people are able to support me, because I feel like when I put the mixtape out for free, a lot of people were like, yo, where can I buy it? Yo, I want to buy it from, even though they download it for free, like, yo, I still want to buy it. Like, can I buy it off iTunes or something? So they wanted to support me so bad. I'm like, all right, I'm going to work on something solid and good so that you can actually feel good that you paid money to support me, you know what I mean? Support my art, support what I do. So I'm working on that for next year, you know what I mean? And hopefully that comes out real good. But the end of this year, I'm working on a house album also. Like, I'm producing a whole house album. I won't be on it personally. I'll probably have singers on it, but it's gonna be all produced by me. Like another instrumental installment, but all house music. So could look forward to that this year.
That should be hot.
Yeah.
Like instrumentals. Maxwell, Black Summer's Night.
Yeah.
Instrumental remix EP.
Yes.
How did that come about?
Well, in 2007, I did Amy Winehouse remix LP when she dropped her album. I heard it and I was like, yo, I could remix. Because the album sounded so old school, I felt like I was listening to it as a producer, like if I found an old record, and I was like, yo, I could do this shit. So I did the whole thing, I put it out. Mark Ronson actually heard it, hit me up about it, like he loved it. And that was it, that ended there. Then last year, Raphael Sadiq put his album out, and that album was also old school sounding. So I felt like, yo, I could sample so much stuff from this. So I picked it up, sampled it, chopped it up, and put it out, and that went all over the internet. And then this time, when I heard Maxwell's album, I was like, yo, this album is so sick. I kept hearing different things that influenced me, so I was like, yo, I'm gonna do it again. This is the third installment of my my album remix series. You know what I mean? Like, instead of sampling old shit, I was like, yo, let me sample something new that's out. You know what I mean? And he liked it. He just twittered that he's like at a barbecue listening to it right now. So it's like, it's so ill. It's the illest shit ever. Yeah.
So, working on an album for next year. You got a house album later this year.
Yeah.
What can we expect from you between now and then?
Between now and then, is gonna be solid shows, like maybe like 1, 2, maybe 3 shows for the rest of the year, like legit big show. Like SOB is a big show. I did Blended Theater, I did Webster Hall. More official shows, and just, you know, just working on music and my online TV show, Melo-X.tv, Melo-X.tv. We film the whole process of me rehearsing, doing shows, and just the whole downtown New York scene, and just the New York culture in general nowadays. And we're making it a online documentary series, so you can go there and I'll be updating that like all the time, you know.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right. Where can people get more information, hear some of these stuff?
Yeah, check me out, man, at Melo-X.tv. You can also go to Melo-X.blogspot.com and myspace.com/Melo-Extra. And you get all the info.
All right, that's what it is, Melo-X. It's realmusic.com.
Yes, peace.
I said her man don't be treating her right. Say what? Her man don't be treating her right. Say I said her man don't be treating her right. And I know. You see we party every night, and when our bodies hit that vibe, and I'm staring in those eyes, I know. It's written in the stars above. But when I go in for that kiss, it simply turns into a hug. And I'm like, damn, I'm really digging this chick. But her man